Hey guys, this is our group presentation for auditing, and I'll let my friend Jack start off with it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Jack, and I will introduce the person A. It's Richard Dalton. He's the company's chief executive officer. He takes the responsibility of making some organizational decisions. He as well controls the company's financial issues and be part of the firm's major decision based on the implementation of new technology issues. He reports to the company's board of directors on different organizational changes, infrastructure changes, and future expected changes. For the person B, Chris Perry, head of IT, he responds to all of the company's major associated with IT. He oversees the company's IT infrastructure in response to the organizational goal and objectives. He is accountable to the company's board of managers in terms of presenting the current changes and expected changes within the company's IT infrastructure. And for person C, is Sam Keating, TYSL's audit junior, responsible for checking various payments and activities within the firm's transactions. She is responsible for conducting the firm's research on fraud associated issues. As an accountant of TYSL, she reports all payments to the senior accountants. She recognizes the payments made to Perimeter.
Hi, I'm xueyao, and I will introduce the question today. Perimeter is a firm focusing on high-tech product and service based on major advancing technological issues. That's why a technological trends will be impacted by the innovative products from different competitors as a consequence. That's why it will face various writing down. Based on the two firms' professional relationship, the company chief executive officer may tend to create some manipulation of the financial behaviors effectively, being in a position of keeping financial positions. Based on the relationship between the TYSL and the merchant when auditing the company, it needs to take into account much of the company's risk, such as inherent risk, which involves the multiplication of financial reports. The matter has the responsibility of providing key information and data to the auditing firm to ensure that each of the company's financial obligations are captured within TYSL's auditing report. In the progress of attaining a reasonable assurance, the auditing firm needs to exercise a reasonable care skill and maintain professional skills throughout the audit. Based on the firm's professional activities, TYSL has the key responsibility of planning and performing the audit of the firm to attain a reasonable assurance considering whether the financial statements were totally free from any biases and if there were causes by error-free. The TYSL accountants has the collection of origin accounting data, and audit has been developed and the progress of auditing has been in place to discuss out various freight risks at the matter. Between the two parties, much of them has transitioned based on each party's role. Through TYSL has done an extensive research on various freight payments made to criminal.
Hello, I'm Haotian. I will answer the question 3. Delays by the firm's system made to improve its financial outline have a negative impact to its financial activities. For instance, the company's delay on implementation of SR1D system would impact its financial position and financial process since the firm had spent a lot of resources and time for it. The delay of the SR1D would as well affect the company's technology in relation to the auditing process, which the lack of effective control risk. The company's auditor group has later misstatement which has affected the company's annual audit plan. On the other hand, financially, the delay would destroy the inventory confidence in the company. This will create a deteriorating factor in the company's financial results that determine its operating. Next, about question 4. Auditor firm play an important role in identifying a firm's misappropriation of fund and material. According to TYSL's accountant, Merton has had a variance from the issue that have affected much of its emerging overseas market. Its overseas emerging market has fallen based on variance risk resulting from the company's executives. The company's overseas emerging was also taken into account considering that the firm had suffered from the disjointed and weak system all over the branch. The auditing firm has to get deterred to analyze all of the systems. According to the firm's accounting process, Merton's system would be considered a precursor to found error or both. This would result in TYSL's opting to get deterred into the company's activities to expose much of the activities to meet affiliated to error or fund.
Hello, I'm Tram. So in question 5, in accordance to a number of studies, it has stated that auditors tend to have little valuation knowledge. That's why they sometimes need industry expert to help out. These specialists will be developing independent views and valuation on the client's value measurements. In this case, Sarah Hancock, the auditors at TYSL Accountants, justified in bringing an IT expert because she found that the cash flow forecast rely more on the S1C sales more than last year. And the expert is to see if there's any fraud or material misstatement in the financial report, and therefore that they can reduce the audit risk to a more acceptable level because it's lessen the chance of the financial reports are materially misstated. In question 6, the basic principle behind an audit plan is to grasp a good understanding of the organization business operation and risk. Once the auditor has an adequate understanding of the business, they can commence the audit strategy and audit plan or program. In the case of the Merton, special attention should be on monitoring the ongoing IT projects, as the uncertain nature of the projects makes it harder to value. Therefore, an independent expert should accompany the auditors to help put a dollar figure on it. The plan is also to have to ensure consistent communication between the IT team and the audit team so that they are aware of any updates and concerns.
Hey guys, I'm David and we're talking about some of the risks that TYSL faced when auditing D. Merton. So firstly, we have inherent risk, which was management's lack of integrity. As we know, if management lacking integrity, they're more willing to produce false statements to falsely state the company's financial position. In this case, we have Richard, the CEO, who gave assurances to previous partner Patrick about him not having any family ties in Fremantle. However, the new partner Sarah is not satisfied with these assurances due to suspicious transactions that are still occurring between the two companies. Therefore, she decides to question Richard herself. Richard further provides assurances that he has no ties to Fremantle at all, and then Sarah then goes on to request more documents between them to prove it. Richard, clearly upset and worried about Sarah's suspicions and allegations, confronts Patrick to voice his opinions and questions whether Sarah is right for the job or not. Moving on, we have number 2, the nature of the entity's business. As we know, D. Merton is in the tech industry, and with the development and phases of tech and the nature of it, we know that it's very hard to put a value on things that are still in development. In this case, S1D is still in development. Therefore, Sarah brings along an independent technology expert in order to help her put a value and a dollar figure on it. Now we have control risk. First one being control over payments. That just goes to show that internal auditing at D. Merton failed to detect any of the suspicious dealings that were happening at the company. Tom, who we knew was trying to win over a contract in New Gennaro, proposed bribing an official, to which Richard agrees. The both of them collude, which results in blackmailing Chris, among other things. So that resulted in Fremantle replacing one of the current suppliers already. And this is how they they use that supplier to funnel the payments to the officials and stuff like that. Now, secondly, we have the security system. So the board was first notified of the vulnerabilities of the emergent security system by Chris. However, they were even though armed with this knowledge, they were lacking funding at the time. Therefore, they chose the cheaper option. However, the new system failed to prevent further attacks in the future, and this resulted in hackers gaining access to Demerton's mainframe, which they had access to the blueprints and other sensitive information. This resulted in massive delay to the current project and dropped their share prices along with investor confidence. TYSL acknowledged this issue by questioning Alex on the nature of the security breach and any other areas concerned that they need to know about down at the IT department. Thanks for listening, guys.